Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 322902, State of Texas versus Alan Ray Caesar. Mr. Caesar, you were sworn in earlier in this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've entered a plea of guilty in this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Caesar, I have before me um, State's Exhibit Number 1, which is also titled the trial court's or the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Mr. Caesar, do you recognize this document? And now I need to make a little modification on this document. And the modification that I'm writing here is that your fine is from $500, a $500 fine and not to exceed $4,000. And that is pursuant to the Texas Wildlife and Fisheries Code, Section 505 and, oh, excuse me, Section 12.505 and Section 12.404. Do you understand that? And I will be initialing uh, this document, and I'll get you to review it. Now, do you recognize this document? All right. Now, on the second page of the same document, okay. Now, on the second page of this document, Mr. Caesar, are these your initials? And on page 3 of the same document, Mr. Caesar, is that your signature above the line that says defendant? And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Mr. Caesar, is this your, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature above the line that says defendant? Now, there are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box says that this is a plea bargain case. Do you understand that? The second box states that you are waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? All right. Now, Ms. May I see his waiver, his explanation, and waiver of counsel? That's in his file. Now, Mr. Caesar, prior to signing these documents, you did sign a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendant Without an Attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And in that document, you stated that you wanted to waive your right to an attorney and to represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
And you also signed a document that is titled the waiver of counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, prior to, I'll get a copy of those documents. Now, prior to signing uh, the documents that's on the tablet and the waiver of counsel and the court's explanation, did you have an opportunity to read these documents? And did you read the document?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Caesar, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State's Exhibit 1 is the document that have your initials on page 2. And your signature on page 3. The state would like to use this document as evidence against you in this case. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case? With no objections, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Caesar, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Mr. Caesar, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The state is offering a $500 fine plus court cost in each case.
Let me see the judgment. Yes, judgment and commit. And Mr. Caesar, the state is offering that you pay a $500 fine plus court costs, and the court cost is $337. So that comes to a total of $837. Mr. Caesar, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Caesar, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the court. Now, Mr. Caesar, we have another case. Yes, he has another case. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Some problems on this tablet. Okay, hold on.